All right, here we are. I hosed this thing off, get some of the crud off it. Got some fresh gas in there, and shake that all around. Okay. Now I'm going to pull this petcock off of here. Let's see how clean that got that inside. It's not really horrible. So, pull this off. Now the screen's hammered. Have to see if I can get a new screen. I don't hear it moving around in there. So that's where we're at. I'm going to take this petcock downstairs and go through it. I actually do have another one in the garage that I can wrap the screen off of, just so we can get through this project. All right, I'll see you down on the workbench and where the ultrasonic cleaner is. All right, everybody, we're down here on the workbench. Got the petcock here. Got this nut off. Had to screw it off of the petcock right here. And there's actually two sides to this. As you see, I screwed it off the tank, and then this part screws off the petcock itself right there where my thumb is. Now this is the destroyed screen. That's garbage. This is a gasket that was in there. That might be garbage too. Looks like it. But look at the crud on this. So we'll get this all cleaned up. I'll pull it apart, and we'll get her in the ultrasonic cleaner. All right. Get some of this stuff wiped off of here. All the excess I can. And that would certainly help. That's what I thought. I think there's another hole right here next to this. And right here. And it is just full of crud. See if I got a small screwdriver I can dig some of that out with. All right. Let's pull this apart. Yeah, off, on, off, and reserve. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of a diaphragm behind this. Haven't been in one of these before. So we're taking this little venture together. Okay. That doesn't look too horrible. But boy, that one hole right here is just plugged. What happens is your fuel in your tank runs down until it hits this point. Once it gets to this point, you run out of gas and you got to flip it over to reserve, and then it takes fuel from this hole down here, the one I got to clean out. So you have that much gas before you run out completely to get to a gas station and get her taken care of. That stuff is just hard too. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. Look at all the stuff coming out of there. Alright. I'm not going to make you watch me dig all that out. I'm going to clean it out and get her hoed out the best I can. Then we'll come back and get her in the ultrasonic cleaner. Alright. See you in a minute. Alright, I'm back. That took a minute or two. As you can see, got that hole all cleaned out real good. This tube coming down here was really plugged up. I cleaned it up a little bit on the outside too. Had to keep screwing the screw down there, pulling stuff out till I finally got through. Now I got this all apart. I showed you how that all came apart, but I forgot there is a diaphragm in here, as you can see. So be very gentle when you take that out. Not to hurt it. Looks the same on both sides to me. I don't see any difference. Okay. Well, we will throw this all in the basket. Now there was also on this, there's a ring here that's actually metal, and there's another one, and that's like, I don't know, it looks like plastic almost. But all this is going to go in there. Hopefully when we get it back together, it won't leak. I'll throw that in there for the heck of it. And this will replace that. I told you this is all messed up. This is going right in the garbage. This is one I had on another Petcock out in the garage. And we'll stick that on there for now. When I go to put that other Petcock back on a bike, I will see if I can track some of those down. I'm going to need 3 or 4 of them, I think, with all the projects that are out there. So, I'll set this down in there like so. Like I said, just set it down in there. Put the lid back on it. Hit on, let that run for about 5 minutes. I'll come back and get it out of here, and we'll put it all back together. Then we can get that back on the bike and get the tank back on the bike. See you in a minute. All right, everybody, it just shut off. All the stuff out of here. I love how clean this makes everything. It's ridiculous. Okay. Unplug that. Now I'll get all this stuff dried off. Blown out. Alright. amazing the job this does. This is that plastic neoprene ring. It's like new now. Well, you can see it. And this is the metal one that goes on top of it. Okay, we got everything. I guess I didn't need to do that screen again. Alright, there we go. Now we get to put it back together. Not really a whole lot to it, as you remember. You take this part. Like I said, I don't really see much of a difference on either side. I didn't anyway. That seems to fit in there. Now, this part, I'll put the plastic neoprene on it. Take the metal one and put it on it. And when I took it out of here, I made note in my head that it is straight up and down like that, or was. We'll line up the holes. Get them both started before you snug one of them down. Now, hopefully, when I get this back on the bike, it won't leak. Okay, remember I told you earlier I thought this gasket was pretty much done for. I still think that. But I'm going to throw it on here anyway, because I don't have anything else to put on there. And we'll see if it does its job or not. And this went down on top of that. And then our nut. The nut's only going to go on one way. One's side's bigger than the other. Okay, this one has backwards threads. Get my trusty adjustable wrench. we'll snug that down. You don't got to go crazy. You just don't want it to leak there, and you got the rubber gasket and the plastic on the end of this to keep it. Now this screen will keep all the junk out of there that we just cleaned out of there. There it is, ready to go back on the bike. All right, I'm going to go out and get this back in the tank. There you have it. Petcock for 1976 SS 250. All cleaned out and ready to go. All right, let's go get this in the tank. Okay, everybody, I went out and got the tank. Let's get this Petcock married up back to the tank. And I'll try and stay in frame here where you guys can see what's going on. Now, I got the nut loose here. It's got threads on the bottom that go on to the Petcock itself, and the threads up here that go onto the tank. The ones on the Petcock are reversed, and the ones on the tank are normal. So I put this in here, and then I get the thread started, and as I turn it, it draws it down not only onto the tank, but also onto the Petcock. So, I got it started on the tank, but it didn't start on the... Okay. Okay, we're going to try and start that first. Okay, caught a thread. Okay. Now as I screw them together, it draws down on both of them. And that way I can point this, the Petcock, where I want it to be. And then snug it up. I'm trying to stay out of your guys' way. There. And there we are. All back together. Should work fine. I blew through it last night. Went through the different stages. Seems to be holding and shutting off when it should. So I'm going to go get this back on the bike.